It's Monday the 9th of December. We had a couple of fantastic Scottish Premiership matches at the weekend. A great performance by Celtic on the Friday night and an absolutely outstanding one by Dundee United against Hearts. But once again, the main talking point today, Hugh, is not about the good things that are going on in the park in Scottish football, but about one of the very serious issues and an absolutely terrible advert for the Celtic support on Friday night there.
Baffling. How can you be the dominant team in your country, about to play Barcelona in the Nou Camp Stadium in the Champions League, have a performance such as the one Celtic put on at Motherwell, winning 5-0, and the performance and the scoreline utterly overshadowed by malicious vandalism on an industrial scale?
It's, it is one of these issues that immediately when you see it becoming a talking point, and over the course of the weekend people are online on Twitter saying, oh, well done, you've given the press another chance to slate us. But that's an absolutely farcical approach to be taken to it. I mean, there's a line being drawn this weekend. The Celtic support are just as disgusted with those actions on Friday night as anyone is.
It's time for decency to rise. It's time for the older man and woman who support Celtic to express their disgust. It's time for Peter Lawwell to close down the Green Brigade area at Celtic Park. Give them their money back. Refund their money. Regain your respectability. Just take the step, make the gesture and say, we understand that Celtic's name has been tarnished. We're deeply sorry and we're moving on from this. Close them down, because what happened on Friday night is unacceptable. We've got a league, Gregor, which doesn't have a sponsor. Who's going to sponsor this league with its flares and its smoke canisters and its wanton vandalism and the wreckage that took part at Fir Park? Over 200 seats wrecked on a night when the team wins 5-0.
There was a statement issued by the group in the wake of the game. Was the time for the club not to act, or for the time for the club to act, sorry, a few weeks back when they actually almost demanded control of their own section. They said to the club, give us the ability to police our own area. And then you see that beginning, and once again they refuse to take any responsibility whatsoever.
The time for Celtic to act was a year ago. Boxing Day, Dens Park, terrible scenes there. Investigated by the Procurator Fiscal in Dundee. Celtic said they would investigate. We never heard another thing about it. And a year later, they have been back at UEFA, been fined again for the misbehaviour of supporters. We have the illicit banners, we have the obscene chanting at Stuart McCall. The away support in Motherwell on Friday night was, to put not too fine a point in it, a disgrace, shamed the club, and if Peter Lawwell doesn't act this time, then on his own head be it.
And over again we hear this same argument, well, we have in the past. As I said, I think there's been a turning of the tide this weekend, but any time that they're criticised for their actions, people say, well, look at all the good things they do, the songs they bring, the colour and the displays in the stadium, they highlight the positives. You can't keep doing that, can you? Because ultimately a support that has over the decades had an excellent reputation for the way they've behaved, that's changing now. It's been damaged.
Well, Celtic have a terrific football team. A credit to Neil Lennon and to the players. They play a brand of football that anyone would pay to watch. Let the good people pay to watch it in that case. Root out what they have here, because what happened at Motherwell was criminal damage. Let me underline the word criminal damage. It's also time for Police Scotland to get in among these people. I do realise that the trouble with telling the bad guys that they're bad guys is it leads to violence. But we have to do something. This game cannot descend into the violence of the 1970s, because families will be afraid to bring their children to football. A generation will be lost to the game. The financial knock-on effect of that will be disastrous.
Now, you did mention it was an excellent performance by Celtic. Dundee United as well. David McCarthy writes about them in today's paper. They really are a team to go and watch at the moment.
Well, they keep scoring in 4s and 5s, and those people I know who support Dundee United tell me the atmosphere around the club is magnificent at the moment. Jackie McNamara, Simon Donnelly, Darren Jackson deserve the utmost credit, and they're also fortunate that they have been blessed with a group of young players coming together at the same time. They have the potential to be the best Dundee United team since the one that won the league in 1983 under Jim McLean.
That's definitely a side worth watching. And just before we finish up, Hugh, Celtic Barcelona this week, is it beyond the realms of possibility for this team to finish what has been a very difficult campaign at stages on a high?
the dilemma is, do you go out and say, let's finish on a high, let's try and beat Barcelona in the Nou Camp Stadium when they don't have Lionel Messi, and leave yourself exposed and get a hiding instead? Neil Lennon will come down halfway between the two philosophies, and I guess that Celtic will run Barcelona close.
Well, we'll be covering that game in a live blog, as we always do, on the Daily Record website. Don't forget you can read all the reaction to the weekend's events in today's paper, including a few interviews with Hugh on the subject of the Green Brigade there as well. And of course, keep an eye on tomorrow's paper as well for all the pre-match preview for Barcelona. But for myself and Hugh, thanks very much for joining us.